that was really scary without looking. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. I have not done a mail time in so long. I think it's been like 5 or 6 months, and I happened to get a bunch of things in the mail that were beauty related, and it was kind of perfect because a lot of people had been saying after my last video, like, you should do more skincare stuff, you should do more like favorite products and this and that. Back in the day, I used to post more favorites videos, but I don't really like buy as much of that stuff now, so I haven't really posted a favorites video. However, today I got my Sephora order in, Ulta, and then Vanity Planet, and it was just like, all the stars aligned, and I was like, okay, I have to make a video. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is this little brush from Vanity Planet. If you guys aren't familiar with Vanity Planet, my body scale is from them and my kitchen scale is from them also. I purchased both with my own money. They were not sent to me. I just really like their kitchen scale because it has grams, milliliters, fluid ounces, regular ounces. So it has a lot more than your typical kitchen scale does. You guys see me weigh my food with that scale all the time. So that's where it's from. They also offer like a ton of different health things, which I think is really cool. This is their facial and body brush. It reminds me of the Clarisonic a little bit, but just more affordable. They did give me a discount code if you guys want to try it out or purchase it. It's just simply Mander, and you'll get 70% off the brush. Just so you guys know, I don't make anything off of that. That's just something that they gave to me to offer to you because I like their products. So this is my 100% own opinion. I'm not paid to say any of this at all. I spent my own money purchasing those items. So it comes with a body brush as well as 2 little face brushes, and then like pumice stone kind of is what it reminds me of. I used to use the Clarisonic back in the day and then switched over to Vanity Planet products just because it was more affordable and I felt like the Clarisonic was too rough on my face. I still haven't tried the body one, so I'll keep you guys updated on that, but like I said, if you do want to try out like a more affordable brush, highly recommend, and I really like all their products anyway. So the second order came from Sephora, and it's not really a big order at all. It's kind of just like my 3 staple skincare products. So the first is gonna be the Peter Thomas Roth Max Correction Pads. And I am obsessed with this. I seriously, like when people tell me, oh my God, your skin is so glowing, they never started saying that until I started using these pads. And a long time ago when I saw a dermatologist, she prescribed like glycolic acid because I was getting a lot of congestion. It wasn't really like acne, it was just like texture bumps that I couldn't get rid of no matter how hard I tried. But the pure glycolic, like retinol stuff was way too harsh for me. So they come in like a little jar like this. They just actually read the packaging on it and I really like it. And they're just single little wipes. So after you wash your face, you just take one and they're pre-moistened already and you just wipe it across your face. And the one side, I don't know if you can tell, the one side's a little bit more textured and the other side is flat. So it absolutely removes every trace of makeup that is left on your face, but it also has a combination of salicylic acid, glycolic acid, and chamomile and green tea. So it's gonna be more so for like oily skin. Pretty much it's like replacing a toner, it's just more intense because it has those ingredients in it. So for somebody that's acne prone, but not so much like, you know, normal acne, it's more congestion and pore clogging, highly recommend these. I've been using these for like 2 years. Next up on the skincare line is the Ole Henriskon Nurture Me Moisturizing Cream. And it's ironic because I used to think that like having oily skin meant that I shouldn't over moisturize, but I come to find out that the less I moisturize, the more oily my skin got. This is only what I use at night. I can use it during the day too, but I just really liked it because it's kind of like rose scented and it's pretty thick, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, it almost smells like a Jolly Rancher kind of. It is very fruity scented. So if you're not a fan of that kind of scent on your face, you might not like it. Intensely hydrates, soothes, softens with a multivitamin blend and rosehip fruit oil. And it says all day hydration for dry and sensitive skin. I always pick, and I believe this is oil free, I'm pretty sure. Probably the most controversial for all with oily skin is face oil. You would never think, right? I don't use this during the day, this is only at night, and this is what I put on before my actual moisturizer to let it like sit in. So after I wash my face, I wipe with the Peter Thomas Roth wipes, and then I go in with just a little bit of this Tarte Maricuja oil. And I'm pretty sure Jaclyn Hill was the one that introduced me to this like years ago. This bottle is so unnecessary, the size. Like, I typically buy the little one because it lasts for months, but they didn't have it, so I was like, whatever, I guess I'll just get the the big one, but it's really cool because it has like a little button at the top, so you just push the little button and suck up the oil, and then and it's not an overpowering scent at all. 86% users saw an overall visible improvement in skin, 94 agree skin appears renewed and rejuvenated, and 94% agree that there is a visible improvement in skin texture. That I can 100% agree with, because when I put this on at night, I wake up in the morning, my skin is like glowing, and I just look so, like, my face looks very plump and nice, and I am a firm believer in beauty oils, you guys. Not during the day though in this Florida weather. Woo, let me tell you right now. Moving right along to the last couple of products. They have hair products and two face products. Makeup. Okay, I guess we'll start with makeup since we just did skincare. If you have been a long-time follower on my channel, you will know this in a heartbeat. This is my favorite face primer, or even just to put on your face like when you don't really want to wear that much makeup. It's the Faced Hangover RX, made with coconut water, probiotic-based ingredients, and skin rejuvenator. And this is seriously so light, smells so good, and it's so just like hydrating on your skin, and oh, I'm obsessed. I have gone through seriously like 6 tubes of this since they came out. I will probably never use anything else. And it's also silicone free, which I find just lays much nicer on my skin than silicone based primers do. Second item is also from Tarte. I don't know, I've been on a Tarte kick lately. I used to be a die-hard MAC girl, and I would wear their pressed powders on top of my foundation, but I found that throughout the day, it did start to look a bit cakey, and it just like didn't really give me like a glowy look. No matter which pressed powder it was just like really mattifying. So somebody recommended the Tarte Amazonian clay. It's called Smooth Operator, and it is just like their pressed powder. I'll show you guys. It's very light, so like even when you put it on the skin, it just feels really smooth, and you don't really have much of like a white residue, but it's supposed to set your makeup and last for a really long time. So we'll see. I just have been really excited to try this, and also of course this like no parabens, mineral oil, all that kind of stuff. Tarte is generally just a really good brand. I really like their stuff, so I'm excited to try this and see how it compares to the MAC stuff. I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. Again, this is also a staple I've mentioned in so many favorites videos. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray, oil free, paraben free, temperature control technology. The only thing I will say with these, there has been so many bottles that I've gotten where the sprayer is broken. We're good. Oh, Urban Decay gave me a lipstick thing. Oh my God, that's really cool. Like a sample book of all their lipsticks. I don't know what I'm gonna put them on with, I guess my fingers. Oh, I am like really excited about this. I know you guys don't really see this too much on my channel because it's mostly like fitness and food and like working out and stuff, but like on the inside, I'm really like a makeup junkie and product junkie and all kinds of stuff. On to the last but not least important things. I feel like this is stuff I've already mentioned on my channel, so I apologize in advance, and I apologize for all the guys that are skipping through this right now. If you're a guy and you actually watch this, true to my heart. Okay, so anyways, last, this is just my go-to shampoo and conditioner. It is the Pureology. I don't really have a favorite as far as like what they offer. This one's just the hydrating one. I like to switch it up every time I get a new one. And as you guys saw in the other video when I got my hair done, I do get bleach put on my hair, and even though she uses Olaplex, it's still somewhat damaging. So I like to take the extra steps just to protect my hair, my cuticle. I don't want like my hair to break off, and thankfully because I've done that, I've never had an issue. Going from jet black to blonde over 2 years, my hair never fried, it never broke off, and it's still really healthy. So I highly attribute that to the quality of products that I've used over the last 2 years, and I have used nothing but Pureology. Also, I just discovered this when I picked this up. I didn't even realize that all of their products are 100% vegan and sulfate free. So that's kind of cool. And again, you know, I realize it is pricey, but I spend the time and the money to get my hair done. I feel like it's only necessary to spend the time and the money to keep it up, so I don't have to keep going back and my hair isn't breaking off, you know what I'm saying? That is gonna wrap up today's little beauty shopping favorites haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching through it. If you did actually watch through it, let me know in the comments if you did and if you enjoyed it, and also what your favorite products are, because I like hearing what you guys like also, because if you watch my videos, typically you probably have like a similar taste to me, or like you like the same things. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And that's gonna wrap this up. Let's continue on with the rest of the vlog. Okay. Here's the thing, I'm about to cook some things and show you guys some of my go-to meal prep ideas, because everybody loves meal prep, right? I was like, well, I'm just staying home, might as well put my pajamas on, and I was like, what could I name this title of this little section? And remember that thing that was like bananas in pajamas or something?
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas.
It's like, I said to myself in my closet, I was like, Mandarin pajanders. Why do I think that's so funny? Speaking of that, if anyone does care, these pajama pants with elephants on them, I got them for $10 at Nordstrom Rack. You're welcome. The very first thing that I always tell people when it comes to meal prepping is to always have some type of frozen meat. I typically suggest one that's higher in fat and one that's lower in fat. So in my situation, I always keep a salmon fillet in the freezer and also shrimp. Shrimp are really low in fat, salmon's higher in fat, both equally great options. You can literally just defrost these in like 5 minutes in the sink with some water, you're good to go. Because I already cooked chicken and sweet potato in my previous video, I don't need to go ahead and make a whole new thing of chicken. So what I'm gonna do instead is separate the bulk from what I did before. Remember I told you guys it was 4 ounces. I'm gonna put that in. I'm just gonna make some peas. I'm just gonna do like a green vegetable and then the sweet potato and the peas. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna have for lunch tomorrow. A lot of times you guys hear me talk about like high volume, low volume foods and everything. On a rest day, I have a little bit lower carbs than I typically do because I'm not training, right? So I tend to feel like a little bit hungrier just because I'm not eating as many carbs as I'm used to. So what I typically suggest is to eat very high volume foods. And what I mean when I say high volume is things that are very large amounts for very low calories. Brussels sprouts, 90 grams is 18 calories, 0 grams of fat, 4 carbs, 1.5 gram of protein. So here's kind of how I like to do things sometimes when I don't really know what exactly I want. You guys saw me make this chicken in the last video and the sweet potatoes. So what I did was just make another green vegetable and put that for 2 more meals. And then this is just the rest of the salmon, the peas, and then I have a whole nother thing of Brussels sprouts. So when I go tomorrow to make like dinner or something, I can put whatever meat I have with these Brussels sprouts. I can put whatever carb I have with this, and then these 2 will be eaten by tomorrow. To wrap up this little meal prep version, you always have to prep snacks, you know, because I feel like most of us love snacks so much, and this recipe I see on Pinterest all the time, and it's just so dense with fat. Don't get me wrong, it tastes really good, but it's like 23 grams of fat for like 2 little bites this size. And I'm like, no, there's gotta be an easier way to do this, and there is. I've discovered it. It's way more macro friendly, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Have it straight from Mandar's kitchen. That is how I like to meal prep. I try to keep it really simple, you guys. Like, I don't like to prep on Sunday for 6 or 7 days. I'm very picky when it comes to my food, so I like to do just a couple days at a time. And I always will try to prep at least 1 snack just because I'm a big snacker. So this will be the last video before the finale. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch up with you in the finale of this series. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching.